you're releasing everyone today that you are for budget cuts. No, you can't sell me that BS because you're announcing this new big TV deal for SmackDown. You're presumably going to get even more for Monday Night Raw. So your TV revenues are up. Your revenues elsewhere with TKO Holdings, though, that's supposed to bring everything up. So I don't understand why you're releasing these people. I understand some of the, and not that it doesn't suck for those people, but I understand some of the letting go of some people behind the scenes, like more people that obviously we don't know, by just being wrestling fans. Because, well, when you merge with another company, there's going to be overlap in jobs. And, I'm sure UFC had to let go, or, there's some overlap there. So I'm sure both sides lost some pretty good people because, well, you're now one company. You don't need X amount of accountants, and you don't need X amount of other backstage or office people.
You're cutting the duplicity in that spot.
Yeah, but I guess just the optics of, hey, we've got this great new SmackDown TV deal, we're making more money, and saying deuces to a bunch of your roster, it's just always a bad look. And look, I mean, we're not going to focus on it any other day than today, and we're not going to miss a lot of these people because, as I mentioned, they're not going to be on television. It stinks for them, and it just doesn't sit right with me. And it's been a while since we've had one of these days in WWE, right? It's been a while since we have these mass layoffs on the talent side. So that makes me not hopeful for the future. And as far as this question goes, if I'm not sitting here feeling optimistic about the future, then a year ago I was. So I would say WWE is not in a better spot than they were a year ago in my mind.
We should go through the names of those that have been released as far as our recording here. Dolph Ziggler, Shelton Benjamin, Elias, Emma, Mustafa Ali, Rick Boogs, Aaliyah, and Top Dollar. And there'll be some NXT releases.
Riddick
we'll
Moss
keep our
as
eyes
well.
on that. And Riddick Moss as well. Yeah. So, okay. So it's interesting to me every time we go through this, when there's releases, when you see how much money WWE is making. Like, you don't have to cut anybody. We've said this before on the show, but it needs to be said again. You don't have to cut anybody. You could actually be able to find creative with these people to be able to do something on Raw, SmackDown, main event, NXT, whatever, right? You could find something. But I think that what's interesting to me, guys, when we go through that list, the Emmas, the Rick Boogs, the Aaliyahs, the Top Dollars, the people like that, you know what stands out to me about that? Those are Triple H hires. You notice that? Some of those are, hey, we need to fill out the roster. We need someone quality like Emma to be able to step in there. Hey, you're not going to be WWE champion, but we just need to be able to fill out for the house shows someone that could be able to fill out our roster. But very interesting. The people that Triple H brought in, Vince says, no, I told you, damn it, get rid of them.